need you to hold me, lift me up, keep me from drowning again. Lift me up when I'm falling. Greetings there, viewers. Sorry, I'm going to try to readjust this a little bit. There we go. I think that'll work. Hey, so this is a pretty big day for me. I know you can't really see it, but there is
then take the ramp on the right.
A camper behind me. I'm gonna try to straighten that out a little bit. There we go. That's looking better. I gotta stop and get gas. God, I gotta stop and get gas. Yeah. So. Oh wow! There for a second, I thought my other truck was there at Wow. I'm like, what the hell? This is a guy that has a red first gen S10 that works there. Yeah, so I got the camper hooked up, ready to go, obviously, because I'm driving. And right now I'm heading over the Delaware Memorial Bridge. One thing you'll probably hear from my GPS, I dropped it the other day, and now it has this really bad like rattle when it's talking. I gotta take it apart and see what I did.
Take the ramp on the right to I-295 south toward Delaware.
I don't know how well that's coming through on the microphone, but I'm going to stop at a gas station right over the bridge that I like, and I can also use my Acme Markets points there. But yeah, I'm on my way to go see Matmroy. We're probably not going to see each other today. We might, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's my understanding that it's supposed to be raining when I get there, and I don't know for that. I don't know for sure that's going to be happening.
Keep left to I-295 south.
But believe it or not, I actually have my route planned because of 2 gas stations. So. First is this Sunoco here on Route 13 in Newcastle, and the other one is in Salisbury, Maryland, which is a Wawa that sells ethanol-free gas. When I fill up, both times I'm going to use this, and I'll probably get some more when I'm down in Virginia, because I want to stop it since I'm coming back the same way. I would like to be able to get that ethanol-free gas again. And of course, I'm a guy with a camper who's wanting to go faster than the Toyota Camry in front of me, and there's a tractor trailer next to me that's going faster. This person's doing 49 miles an hour over the bridge. To be fair, it is a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, so who knows. I don't want to ramble too long, but this will definitely be a very long video, and hopefully my recently upgraded laptop will be able to handle it. I upgraded it from an i5 to an i7, and so far it's a little bit quicker. I have to keep reminding myself, because this Envoy honestly does not know this camper is here. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm towing. But since I'm just about over the bridge, I'm not really sure how I plan to do this vlogging throughout the day, because this is going to be a very long day for me, because I am driving by myself all the way to Virginia Beach area. I'm not going to say the name of the campground, just for my own privacy while I'm there. Actually, if it ends up being said on the GPS, then I will probably not upload this video till I'm ready to leave. I gotta find out what kind of internet they have. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I'm either going to be using my phone's Wi-Fi, or my phone's internet or possibly Wi-Fi at the campground, depending on what's available, to go ahead and do a live stream on it, and also do uploading of any particular videos I might do throughout the week while I'm here. Looks like a nice little 3-car accident right here. One of those cars being a truck. Actually, yesterday when I was coming home from church, there was an accident at the right. Actually, about 2 minutes from my house. It looked like it was 2 SUVs and a motorcycle. So the guy on the bike was laying on the ground, but he was talking to the cops. So I'm going to assume he's, for the most part, okay. I'm sure he's injured, and I am praying that he's safe. And praying that he's okay. But man, people gotta watch out for motorcycles. And yeah, I saw something on Facebook, and you know, I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, that's actually kind of genius. You know, most of you are way too young for this, I think. Oh, please don't let this truck try to merge onto me. I'm gonna give him space.
Keep left to I-295 South.
But most of you are probably too young to remember what they call slug bug, which is anytime you see a Volkswagen Beetle. I keep seeing the red flash on my arm and thinking my arm's bleeding on the camera. But used to be, if you saw Volkswagen Beetles, it was called slug bug. You'd see a Beetle, punch buggy, you know, red, no hitbacks, you know, harmless little fun. But we could start doing that with motorcycles. Just be like, motorcycle, or just yell motorcycle. That'll teach your kids to look out for motorcycles while you're when they learn to drive. I think. I don't know. It's still, I mean, it's still like, I'm normally by now I'm at work for 2.5 hours. Actually, 2 hours and 6 minutes.
On the right,
but
toward Baltimore.
I know. I'm gonna have to loop back around. But I would go to this gas station in particular because I have 10 cents per gallon rewards, and it's my favorite gas station regardless of the rewards. So I'm almost there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this for right now. I will let you know. I guess I'll keep you updated throughout the trip and see what I can do as far as doing some videos are concerned. I guarantee I'm going to be putting over $55 in this thing, even with the 10 cent per gallon reward. So, but alright, I'll catch up with you guys later. Man, how well do I know my car? I said I was going to put about $55 in there at least. $56.20. That was, I didn't have any rewards actually to use. I must have used them up last time. So that was 17.568 gallons at 3.199 per gallon. I just saw one of my drivers. I actually took a picture because this gas station's within visual distance of my store that I work at, so I sent a text message to my boss that says, "Hey, I'm getting gas on my way out." I made sure I took a picture of of our store sign from there. It was funny, you know. He didn't text back or anything yet, so
turn right on Bacon Avenue.
so
Then
it's
turn
probably
right.
kind of busy there. Lately, Mondays have been completely and utterly insane there, especially when people don't show up for freaking work, which keeps happening. I don't understand how these people can keep, calling out day after day and, still
Turn
have a
right
job.
on North DuPont Highway.
wants me to turn right, but initially it wanted me to go down 295, so I'm going to go that way. The Lucas fuel additives is one of the few that I actually trust. Right now we have something else. My boss was like, "Are you sure you don't want this one?" Because that's what they call a checkout challenge, where you're supposed to sell so many of them, along with there's other checkout challenges. But I just wanted, I'm like, no, I want the Lucas. The Lucas is what I want. So, anyway, I'm not going to keep
Turn
boring
left
you
on
guys.
North DuPont Highway, then turn left.
I'm not going to keep boring you guys. I'm going to go ahead and listen to some music. Listen to some music and drive, because I've got quite a lot of hours. I actually thought about just watching, like, not necessarily watching, but there's a guy, Brian Lunduke, that I watch. Somehow YouTube made me forget that he exists for a while.
Take the exit on the right to I-295 South toward Baltimore.
Actually, that's not open yet, is it? Oh wait, I am merging, so yeah, about that. When you have a camper, you gotta do what you gotta do. That ramp's not open yet, to the best of my knowledge. So, yeah, but I was thinking I'd want, just have his the Lunduke show playing in the background while I'm driving, but I don't think I'm gonna do that, because I will be tempted to watch his slides and stuff like that. So. But if you're into Linux, you probably know who he is. So, yeah, he is one of very few people in general that can make me genuinely laugh, like a real, genuine, heartfelt laugh. Toward Baltimore. And he's not even a comedian. Like, there's comedians that I think are funny. But, to a certain degree, it's like, ha 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 ha, or, yeah, I'll laugh, but, like, Brian Lunduke will say something, and it will genuinely make me smile and laugh and feel good. Like he was talking about OBS Studio. On the, like he was talking about OBS Studio on the video I was watching last night, and he says, the thing about OBS Studio is it is a fantastic program full of amazing features. And meanwhile, but at the same time, it blows chunks. And I genuinely laughed, and my wife was like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, I tried to explain it to her. I said, you'd have to watch the video for context, and this really is, that type of thing isn't her forte, per se. This is going to be a long 10 hours of driving with that GPS doing that. Actually, more than that, because I'm going to be going other places while I'm down there. But, generally, I can get down there on a full tank of gas, because when I stop at Salisbury, Maryland, it's about half a tank. So we'll see what we got when we get there. I'm keeping the receipts so that I can track my mileage. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on that as well. What kind of mileage am I getting out of this pig running AC? Right now, I do have the AC on. Wants me to take exit 4? Or... I wish there was a way to tell your GPS that you have a trailer, so that it could take you on more trailer-friendly routes. Wants me to take exit 4A.
In 2.5 miles,
Dover.
take exit 4A on the right to State Route 1 South.
Dover. I feel like I should probably get in that way. It's 2.5 miles. I thought about washing my car too before I took off, but man, I just didn't. But man, it feels, everything's towing fantastic. Like, it feels good. I'm not getting a lot of sway. I'm not getting a lot of shit. I need to get over. You didn't hear me say that. It's 1 mile, so I'm just going to stick behind this guy here with the boat trailers. Yes, I said plural. He's towing boat trailers stacked on top of each other.
Take exit 4A on the right.
I don't have the.
State Route 1 South.
I had an idea involving the dash cam, and I just didn't do it. So we'll see what happens when I get there. When I get to Salisbury, Maryland, I am definitely going to put the dash cam in, and I have an idea plan. I am going to talk about a topic that's not the easiest topic for me to talk about, but I think it'll be good for many of my viewers to understand where certain things are coming from. I mean, I could do it right now, but I have an idea in my head of how I want the video to go down. And it does involve the dash cam as well as this. And then I'm probably going to damn near set that third generation i7 on fire. Trying to do this. But
take exit 4A on the right to State Route 1 South.
I don't know how this is going to play out here. Oh, I could have stayed in the left or 2 right lanes. It is good. I think it's going to take me.
1/2 mile. Keep left to State Route 1 South.
Anymore, if you try to understand Delaware, like if you
left to State Route 1 South.
Like if you go to Delaware and you don't come back for 6 months, everything is different. Whew. I did get a little bit of sway there, but I'm watching all these like Facebook notifications coming on my phone. I don't know what I'm telling, or I can't pay attention to them. Basically, I'm on here to Highway 11, or Highway 1 in 11 miles. So, I think what I'm going to do is once I'm at a spot where there's less curvatures in the road, I'm going to go ahead and take the phone down, put on some music, and just rock out for probably an hour or 2. So, I'll check you out later. See you. About 58.3 miles since I got gas, and doing really good. I'm still amazed that I was able to hop on Route 1 in Bear, Delaware, and like actually when I shut off the phone not long after that, or shut off the camera not long after that, I was able to set the cruise control to 66 miles an hour. At least that's what my GPS said, and I was able to just keep the cruise control set all the way down to freaking Dover, Delaware, where the Dover International Speedway is, formerly known as Dover Downs. It's a NASCAR track for those of you who are not familiar. And NASCAR, for those of you who are not familiar with NASCAR, it's a form of automotive racing that frankly I'm not that big a fan of, but it is what it is. It's actually not too bad, but it's become more about the rules lately than it has about racing, which is what kind of saddens me. So really, I mean, it looks like I've used no gas so far, but well, I have used gas. I'm down to about 3/4 of a tank, but man, when I was just setting the cruise and just cruising along, it wasn't using anything. Now I'm on Route 13, and I guess I'm in Dover. I really don't know, to be honest. Kind of wish it would tell you where I'm at. 6 miles from Harrington, Delaware, or Harrington, whatever it is. 19 miles from Sussex Highway, according to my GPS. But I really don't know where I'm at. It hasn't come up with a, hey, now leave it. Oh, Felton, Delaware. I'm familiar with Felton, or I've heard of Felton, I should say. I'm not familiar with it. But, yeah, so, making good progress, actually. I mean, it says I'm going to get to, it's 10:48 right now. Oh, that's actually a coincidence. It's 10:48 right now, and it says I'm going to get to the gas station that has ethanol-free gas at 10:49 at this point. It did say 10:48, but since things are going a little slower here, it's been stop and go traffic pretty much the whole way since I got 13. Because 13 has traffic lights, Route 1 does not. Oh my god. And here comes another stoplight. I'm going to have to not mess with the phone right now because I see 2 cops right there. So I'm just going to pretend I'm not doing anything. One of them is a state cop. I can tell by the blue and the blue Tahoe with the yellow stripes on it. Because I see them every day, all day where I work. Well, when I'm on the road at least. Wow, it's well, I don't know what plus is. I don't care what regular is. I don't want regular in anything. But $2.75 a gallon for regular down here. And this one of the reasons I'm excited about the fact that I get to use ethanol-free gas in this is because this vehicle is not designed to run on up to 15% ethanol, which is what we have in the area. And when you a First Aid Crane, I guess that's why it looks like there's a construction site there. Because they sell cranes. Or service over rental, whatever. I don't know how any of that works, to be honest. But yeah, when you're running ethanol, ethanol blended gas in a vehicle it's not designed for it, you get worse performance, you get worse fuel economy. Okay, I was about to pass you. You're passing the one in front of you. But yeah, so it just doesn't run very well. And when you do run ethanol-free gas, it just runs like it's supposed to run. The first time we stopped and got ethanol-free gas at this particular Wawa, my wife was with me at the time. She wasn't my wife, but she's in the passenger seat, and she goes, went to pass somebody. You know, we'd been going about an hour or so, and I went to pass somebody, and you could tell that the ethanol-free gas was what we were running on. And man, she goes, damn. I'm like, what's that? She goes, I've never heard the engine sound like that. I'm like, I know. I said, that's why I was excited, because when we pulled into the Wawa, we were at half a tank of gas. So I'm like, you know what, we can keep going. And then I saw the ethanol-free 89. I'm like, we're getting gas here. So I had to try. So I was kind of explaining to her why, and then she saw why firsthand from the passenger seat, nonetheless. But yeah, I don't want to keep rambling, but definitely got to do something to keep awake. I was enjoying some good Christian rap, and then what's sad is, you know, so I have room for all this crap that you can kind of see over my shoulder. I had to take out the subwoofer, so like this one particular song got shut off to, oh wow, we've been going 10 miles since I started this little chat right here. But, you know, the particular song, man, when the bass hits, because that's you know, rap sounds really good with a bandpass box. And like this, like, wow, I can't speak. Why am I trying to speak? I can't speak. Oh man, this light's turning red. But rap just sounds really good with a bandpass box. At least some does. And man, you just feel it in your chest. And like, actually, I was playing a different song at one point, and one of my coworkers was standing outside the truck, and he says that he could feel his contact lenses vibrating on his eyeballs from the bass. And I'm like, so you sure you don't want to sit in? He goes, absolutely not. He says, I don't know how you're sitting in there. He goes, if I'm sitting out here and it's doing that to me, what's it doing to you? I'm like, good point. I'm going to continue to listen to it though. But I've toned it down a lot. I used to always have the most psychotic sound systems you could get, or you could build. That used to be my thing. Nowadays, it's kind of like, what's the? I'm more excited about, taking some cheap stuff and making a really good sounding system than I am like taking a whole lot of money and dumping it into a car stereo. Like, I paid $35 for that box, and then I had to put a Hardee's. I saw something about them on on the YouTube channel Company Man, Hardee's and Red Burrito. They're supposed to be big in New Jersey, but not in my area. I've never seen one in New Jersey. But they're part of what the heck was the other one? I forget. And but anyway, there's a YouTube channel called Company Man. You're not if you don't watch him, I suggest you go watch him a little bit. I mean, he just talks about different businesses. Usually they're US based businesses, and he'll either talk about why they went under, why they're doing so good. Like there's one that says Clorox is bigger than you think, which I already knew that because I worked for a company called Paulsbury Packaging Incorporated, who was a division of First Brands, which was Armor All, STP, and something else. I forget what the other one was. But Clorox bought them out, and then we had Glad bags. I don't want to say Clorox because that's pretty obvious, but we had Clorox bleach and all these other Clorox products, and a lot of food products. You'd be surprised how many food companies Clorox owns. You know what? If I remember, I'll throw a link in the description to that video, because it was really it wasn't really in depth. And another thing is, like, what really sucked was STP used to sponsor, since I talked about NASCAR earlier, they used to sponsor a car, number 43, which was from the Petty family, Richard Petty, Kyle Petty. But at one point, Clorox decided they weren't going to support, or wasn't going to sponsor NASCAR anymore. And not long after that, a whole bunch of people lost their jobs because they ended up losing profits, especially in the STP line. And excuse me. And so sales plummeted. They lost sales. So they closed down several of the STP plants. I think now they have started they went back into NASCAR, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, I need to concentrate on driving. I don't need to waste 11 minutes of your time here. Actually 12 minutes at this point. Well, 11.2 something. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a little bit. Alright, so it says here I'm about 10 miles away from my halfway point, and let's see, probably just go ahead and keep recording until I get there. I think the address I have is the wrong Wawa, but I do believe there's a Chick-fil-A right next to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there, have lunch, and then go down to the other Wawa, which is like 4 miles down the road, and get my gas there. But man, it's like I've been listening to a lot of this Christian rap, and you know, it's a genre that I really do like. And I don't really want to get political, but man, it's like some of them are really taking the bait that the Democrats, you know, have fed them, which is, you know, that, you know, anybody that's not a Democrat hates anybody that's black or any other color, and that's just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, it's like starting to, because like I'm listening to some songs that, you know, because usually when I'm driving, I'm just like skipping songs till I find the ones I want. So for right now, I'm just letting it play, and I'm like hearing some stuff that's like, wow, this is pretty crazy. Wow, just like that guy in the Volkswagen, all, whoa. Oh my god. I wish I had my dash cam going. Wow, that guy decided to just dart out in front of me. Ooh, wow, yeah. I'm okay. I'm kind of glad I was on camera. Because, I mean, you know, honestly, this has been a very smooth trip. And I need wood to knock on. There's some wood back here. Knock on wood. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. It was just starting to disturb me a little bit. I'm like, so that's where one of those four-wheel drive school buses are. I don't have time to take the camera down, turn it around, and take a picture of it, but that's where one of the Ford Econoline school buses are. Great. Yes, I'm only a few minutes from here. I don't know if I'm going to keep it rolling or not, but yeah, I was just, I don't know. I got kind of annoyed. And yeah, there's auto parts, Food Lion. Actually, I wanted to check Food Lion for something. I don't know if they'll have it down this way. I don't know if it's a regional thing. And because I know Wawa carries them, and there's a Wawa right there, but I don't know. I'm tired. I'm kind of I didn't sleep bad, but I didn't sleep great last night. And it's saying I'm like 13 minutes away. Yeah, because there's, like I said, there's two Wawas that are about 4 miles apart right here. And one of them sells the ethanol-free gas and the other one does not. I think the one that does not is next to a Chick-fil-A, and that's where I'm going to stop and get myself a number one. It's just a very good sandwich, and that company I actually like. I'm kind of dressed like crap today because I might as well be comfortable if I'm going to be in the car for a while. Actually, what I wanted to do was unbuckle my belt because that's digging into my stomach. I don't even really need the belt right now, which is actually kind of sad. But hey, there's another Hardee's. I'm told there's a place called The Raven, which is a food place that I might want to check out. And I think I will, because it's, I don't know, it's supposed to be raining when I get down there. It's actually, they said it's supposed to start raining about noon. And I don't see anything in this. I mean, it's cloudy, but I don't think it's Del Mar Diner. So that must be the Delaware, Maryland line, I think. Yeah, I'm about to pull into Maryland right now. and then it's like another 2.5 hours from there to where I'm going. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of not say where I'm at so that I can just kind of enjoy my vacation and not, because I know there are people who are not far from there that might go, hey, he's staying at this campground, let me go visit him. And well, if you want to know where I'm at, I could tell you in a personal message, and we could I could tell you whether or not I want to have somebody come visit me. I don't mind people coming and visiting, but when people show up unannounced, and I'm hearing that this happens to a lot of YouTubers, that's not cool. That's really not cool. And in fact, it's kind of creepy. And I don't want to say too much, but you can probably guess by some of my political views, I may not be the type of person you want to show up unannounced, come knocking on my door without telling me you're coming, because that might not end well for you. And I actually have a permit to carry across state lines, so I'm doing what I'm legally allowed to do. I'm not trying to put anybody off. I'm really not. That's not what this is about. It's just, don't be creepy. That's pretty much it. Not trying to be an asshole. It's just, I'm not feeling like that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not the type of person who likes somebody coming unannounced. I have social anxiety issues like pretty much everybody who does YouTube. But okay, yeah, so I actually had the right one put in, because this is the Wawa, or yeah, shit. As soon as I turn my signal on, somebody decides they're gonna come. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into that. Actually, I thought I can get into that parking lot. Yeah, this is definitely not the one with the ethanol-free gas, which is funny because they both look exactly the same. Sorry if you heard that. That was somebody trying to call me. But they're probably going to leave me a damn voice message.
Turn left on Ocean Highway, then turn left.
Well, that's the first time I heard my GPS in a while. But yeah, I'm going to stop at this Chick-fil-A. I'm going to... It seems like they got part of it roped off, and I don't know why.
Turn left
what
on
I'm actually
Ocean
going
Highway,
to do
then turn right.
Is same thing I do with the one near me, especially around lunchtime. I am going to, especially, yeah, because I could use a good walk anyway. Hey, there's a big Dollar Tree. Actually, I do want to park a little better than this. I'll park straighter than that. I'm not really blocking anybody by doing this. So I'm gonna go walk up to this Chick-fil-A. I'll turn you guys around. It's right there. It's not far, but it's definitely not close. So I'll talk to you later. Alright, so I just got gas. I just finished eating, just got gas, and yeah, I'm heading back on my way, back on the highway. Had Chick-fil-A, which was really good, and I guess I'm going to be on this road for 119 miles. So I got the camper all hooked to me, and I did the math. I achieved just under 16 miles to the gallon with this big SUV loaded down with all the stuff. I mean, shoot, I've got the camper, I got stuff in it, which like an air conditioner, clothes, everything. I got a generator, I have a small air compressor. I've got a lot of stuff with me in this big SUV, and got the camper on me. I'd say, I think it was 15.33 or something like that is what it worked out to be. I'll take it. It's probably going to be better now that, now that I get, got the ethanol-free gas, but we'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this part short for right now. Like I said, I have quite a bit I want to talk about, and it's probably going to be a good 20 minutes or so that I'm going to be talking about it. And so, rather than making the video horrifically long, which it's already going to be pretty long, so I'll get back to you guys later. I just wanted to give you guys a little update. Alright, so I've been in Virginia for a while. Yeah, it's been 50 miles, well, 51.3 now. It took me a minute to get the phone ready to record. Since I got gas in Salisbury, Maryland, this area of Route 13 is just painful. It keeps going from 35 to 45 to 55, down to 35, up to 45, down to 35, up to 55 again, down to 45. And this Ford Escape in front of me is... he likes to actually obey the law. I try to be like 5 miles over. I know in Virginia you pretty much get the death sentence for speeding. I don't know how far I am from the tunnel yet. I know it's 68 miles before I'm supposed to do something involving US 60 West, VA Beach, Little Creek. But that and all these bloody stoplights, which the one up here is red right now. It's not. Oh, okay, it just changed. Maybe people won't. Maybe I won't have to disengage my cruise control again. I passed Tyson Chicken a while back, and now that was actually in Maryland, and now I think it was in Maryland. It's hard to tell. And now I'm passing Purdue right now. They got plants all over the East Coast, at least in Delaware and Maryland. But yeah, everything's been going good. I mean, there really hasn't been a whole heck of a lot to talk about. I still have this one thing I want to talk about, but I'm going to wait. I have an idea of when I want to do it, and it shouldn't be that long. I don't know when I'm going through the tunnel bridge yet. I don't know if I already said that. But it's 2:03 p.m. I'm supposed to arrive at the campground at, according to this, 3:28, provided that I don't make any additional stops or anything like that. I think I can go another hour and a half without stopping. I'm actually pretty good when it comes to road trips, not having to stop every few miles. My mother, on the other hand, not so much. Love the woman, but man, she can make a 2-hour road trip into about 6. I don't even know how. 7,500 for a combine? I might buy a combine. Actually, no, that's not the kind of stupid purchase I need to make now. Yeah, I actually had the thought, I'm like, if I break down, it's like, do I bother, depending on the size of the breakdown, do I bother trying to fix it down here, or do I just trade it in for a new vehicle? But I ain't gonna do something like that. I don't think I have to worry about it, because everything's been going pretty good. Knock on wood. I can't get my fist that way, but you understand. Oh, that's business south. I don't. 13's weird. Even up in Delaware, it's like it's just really weird. You got 13, and you got business 13. Same thing down here. I think I'm gonna go back and listen to music for right now. I just want to, check in with you guys, give you hey, what's going on. Alright, so I'm just going into the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel Bridge, and I didn't sync these two cameras properly, but there's nothing in it. Alright, apparently they were asking about the propane. Alright, so I didn't sync these cameras properly, but oh well. They just asked me about the propane because you're not allowed to have it turned on in there. I'm like, there's nothing in it, So here's what I want to talk to you guys about. Let me get up to speed, I guess, and then I'll get on this. So it has been mentioned in a few of the comments about my teeth. Last year, I believe it was actually during the making of a video, this one fell out. And I just never said anything about it. And, it really did bother me quite a bit. And, I just tried my best to hide it, and, and then somebody recently mentioned something about my teeth and saying it doesn't look healthy. And, they're right. It's not. So, my parents never took me to a dentist as a kid. Ever. And a couple weeks ago was literally the first time I had ever been to a dentist. The person who made the comment, I know who it is. I'm not going to say who it is. That's not the reason I went. But, actually, when I looked at one of my wedding photos and somebody caught me smiling, and I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. that's really not it either. But I know it's not healthy, and it's time to stop being afraid and actually go ahead and do this. So what I've done is I talked to the dentist already. We've discussed options. I'm not sure what we're going to go with yet, but either way, it's probably going to affect my ability to make videos, at least for a while, because what has to happen, and he told me to get, I talked to him on the phone for a while. I called 1-800-DENTIST, and I explained to him, look, I'm a total wuss, and this is what I need done. And, well, I do have one, you can't really see on there, but it's got a really lot of play in it, and I'm thinking it's probably going to come out very soon. Either by him pulling it out, or me pulling it out, or it falling out. But what has happened is I have a lot of inner ear problems, and nobody can seem to figure it out. I've been to multiple ear, nose, and throat doctors. I've been to my doctor about it. I've talked to multiple health professionals. Nobody can seem to figure out what's going on. But it's basically a chronic ear infection. So for the last 10 years or more, I have been on and off of antibiotics, not knowing that antibiotics literally eat your teeth from the inside out. I'm not going to take any close-up pictures. I'm not that comfortable at the moment with it, but I'm comfortable enough now to discuss what's going on. So what has happened is, because I've been on and off these antibiotics for a decade or so, my teeth are literally rotted from the inside out, and it is, like where you see me missing teeth, they didn't fall out. They literally broke off level with the gum line, or in some cases a little bit more. And there are teeth in there that are in even worse, they're in really, really bad shape. And I'm starting to get a little scared, because I know that men in my family tend to die young of heart disease, and heart disease and bad teeth are pretty much linked together. So I'm finally taking the action to take care of it. But here's what it appears to be. Here's what the plan appears to be at the moment. Due to a financial reason, due to my finances, which I'm doing pretty good, but I'm not doing that good. My plan was to have them put me under, and they just rip out all the teeth, and then we move on from there. However, the anesthesiologists actually charge something like $150 every 15 minutes that you're under. So that's out of the question at the moment. So what they're going to do, because of my comfort level, he's going to come in, I'm going to go into his office. He's going to give me like a sedative that will, calm me down. But what they'll do is I'm going to come in, and he'll pull out one tooth. And he'll ask me, I guess he said each time he'll ask me if I'm comfortable with him pulling out another. And if I am, we'll go for another. If I'm not, then we'll wait till next week or two. because he said the healing process does not start until the last tooth is out of my mouth. And and then what we're looking at doing is short term. I'm probably going to end up going with dentures, just for a short term until I can afford the implants. The implants are like 14 grand, and so we're going to look at doing those and then save up for. I mean, it might even be a year or two that I have the dentures, and I'm not really looking forward to that. But you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. At least if I have the dentures, I'll be able to eat, I'll be able to talk. But being that I'm going to be having these teeth removed, I may not be as comfortable doing videos for a while. And one of the things I talked to the dentist about was, doing starting the surgeries after I came off of vacation. And, it's just, I'm not going to lie, I'm legitimately scared. I'm legitimately not comfortable with this because, I've never been to a dentist. I've never had dental work done. I know, Matmroy, he said he had a problem with his teeth, so he just went and took care of it. But, I've never had the ability to do that, so it's actually, I'm very nervous about it. I'm less nervous about driving into this tunnel right now. Speaking of tunnels, Tunnel Bear. And you guys that watch Linus Tech Tips. But, oh yeah, this is the one that's only one lane each way. Or are they both only one lane each way? The 55 miles an hour feels a lot faster down here than it does. Keep up speed, it says. Oh. Yeah, my GPS stopped tracking it. But, well, yeah, so this actually really has me concerned, and I really, but also at the same time excited because, I've never been to a dentist. The dentist I went to made me feel very comfortable, made me feel like he's, able to do what he's got to do. He seemed like he was old enough that he's done this for a while, but young enough that you don't have to worry about him, being all shaky-handed because he's 100 years old. And so I'm actually pretty comfortable with this dentist, but I'm still not comfortable getting work done. It's not something I'm used to doing. Tunnel entrance 3 miles ahead. I can't forget, this is like 20-some miles. So, I mean, look, I mean, if you want to ask me questions about this, go right ahead. But don't be a dick. Excuse my language, but, I don't mind talking about this now. I mean, I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. But, don't be a dick about it. It's something that has been a long time coming, and I'm not going to say I had perfect teeth before this whole issue that I was talking about with the antibiotics, but you know, they start, like, you know, I had a little cavity here and there, but you know, like all of a sudden, like I'm just, everything was fine until probably about 2 years ago, maybe 3, and it just out of nowhere, like my teeth just started, like I started seeing like green on the inside, or like black on the inside, or I don't know, it's like dark colored, and you know, I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I was too terrified to do anything, so. Going to be doing this. It's going to be probably going to take place over the next couple months. I just found out I had a health savings account with like $5,000 on it, so that helps. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing it. I mean, I not to sound like a jerk or anything. I'm not doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my wife, who has to look at it. And she says she don't really care. She just loves me, you know, for who I am with this flaw. And I would joke with her. I said, "Aren't you afraid that I might gain confidence after that and go for somebody else?" Well, you know, that's probably not a good joke to make, but luckily she understands my sense of humor and the fact that I very rarely, like if I say anything like that, do I actually mean anything by it. It's just, you know, a joke. Island number 1 closed. I guess you can probably see that boat. It probably looks pretty small on the camera, on the dash cam. Yeah. But I can't tell on that screen. But that's a pretty cool looking boat coming up. I am starting to have to pee, but it looks like I'm only like 15 minutes away, so I'm going to hold off as best I can, because I don't want to, I don't want to have to stop if I don't have to. Usually I stop at the McDonald's that's like right before here. But, oh yeah, I started thinking about it. Like, we were getting into high 14s, high 14 miles an hour, or miles per gallon, you know, on the way here. Oh God, this truck's slowing down. But, you know, like, would be like 14 point something we would get on, oh, okay, yeah. I was like, what the hell am I? Some didn't look right on the side of the camera. It turns out it's my, it's the dryer vent that comes out for the air conditioner. Wait, did I say camper or air conditioner? First thing. But, this truck in front of me is doing 45 through here. You're supposed to, it says keep up speed because you got to come up the, side of the, tunnel. But yeah, so I know many of you, a few of you in the past have made comments about my teeth. Now you know the story, so I guess I can leave it to you if you want to have a reasonable adult discussion about it. You know, but it's like, it just seemed very, I couldn't believe that after, you know, finally after 33 years, I finally see a dentist. Seems a little odd. But hey, you know, I was extremely terrified of dentists, and you know, like I said to my wife, I said, you know, I've had a few people. You know, the thing about Christians is they're always quick to just blurt out Bible verses at you. Like if you say something like, hey, you know, I have this fear, and you know, I'm like, you know, the thing is, I have allowed fear in the past to stop me from doing this, and I'm no longer afraid. Well, I mean, I'm still afraid. Like I said to my wife, I said, yeah, I'm still afraid, but I'm driving the car to the dentist's office. I have finally stopped letting fear stop me, which means I am growing in my Christian faith exponentially. You know, I allowed this fear to cripple me and just not let me move on with my life and do this, and now I'm finally doing it. So I'm actually happy. I know this is my happy face. These people are always slowing down. It's a 55 zone, and it says, although it says minimum of 45, which we're doing 52. I was just doing 60 coming out of the tunnel. But, so if you have any thoughts, concerns, or what have you on this, go ahead and tell me. You know, say what you will, you know. I wanted to let you guys know what's going on, and that I will still be doing videos. It's just going to be a little more, might be a little more sporadic. I'm not entirely sure this truck in front of me is not a truck. Driving on the rumble strip there. Anyway, but yeah, so I finally allowed the fear to stop. You know, I finally got to the point where the fear is no longer stopping me from doing what I need to do, and it will affect, like I said, it will affect my video production because. Even though I'm getting more comfortable, I'm not sure I want to be seen on camera. No teeth. I mean, my voice might sound weird if I try to talk without teeth, which it already sounds weird now. I don't even remember what the hell my voice sounded like before I started losing these. Because I lost this one about 3 years ago. And then this one fell out. You know, that one wasn't far after, probably about. Actually, maybe it was about 4 years ago for this one, and then this one was like a bit after, and then the crap, my brain just stopped. And then just last year, actually, the video I can tell you what video it was, where I towed the project truck to the place where I was storing it for a while. That's when I when I lost that tooth.
Take the exit on the right to US 60 East, then keep left.
But I'm about 10 minutes away from here, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this for now, and then I'll get back to you later. Alright, so I am at the campground. I've been for a while. I mean, not that you can tell, but it's almost 5 o'clock now. But I did get here right about 4 o'clock. I got the camper popped up. I got the sides mounted or popped out. I got the refrigerator going, which means I got the electric up. I just haven't gotten in there, or I haven't really fully set up yet. I came down to the park store. I went to come to the main office to ask about possibility of staying one more night, and but they were already closed. I asked them about where the locals eat, because after driving for 6 hours and setting the pop-up up, I don't think I feel like cooking. So I think I'm going to get some Chinese food while I'm down here. I haven't had Chinese food in a while, and they got a lot of little sites here. Yeah, I'm not fully set up. I kind of want to get the AC going, but I'm not sure yet because it's pretty chilly out, actually, kind of. And I mean, it is, but it ain't, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of chilly. I mean, like, I've kind of been trying to run the AC, and it's one of the things where if I run the AC in the truck, it's a little too much, but if I don't, it's too hot. So I gotta kind of set the AC and then bring it up. It's kind of annoying, but they definitely have a lot of little tent sites that are pretty nice, actually. I mean, this whole campground's really nice. I'm in the woods. I probably should be doing dash cam footage. Maybe I'll do that later. But I think I'm definitely going to go ahead and get the table set up, get my workstation set up. I was told to lock up my food and stuff in the camper or in the car, preferably, because there are coyotes and raccoons in the area. The last thing I need is some coyote dropping an anvil on his head trying to get my food. Hey man, there's a lot of people that have some nice campers out here. And a lot of nice. I can't believe a Colorado pulls that. Actually, it looked like his hitch was kind of bent. But I'm just about back to my campsite, so I think I'm going to go ahead and... I think this will be the end of the vlog. I don't know when I'm going to get to do some of the other stuff that I'm hoping to get to do this week, but it's definitely going to be this week. So... for right now, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.